Hey everyone, it's Dr. Jeff Cumro, and I want to talk to you today about consistency. We have to have consistency in our health in a lot of different areas, and if we don't have that consistency, our health suffers. Now, particularly today, I want to talk about sleep, but we're going to bring other examples into this. Now, most people have heard of circadian rhythms. Circadian rhythms is the sleep-wake cycle, right? It's actually more than that. It's your hunger cycle, it's your energy cycle, it's mood cycle, different things like that. There are so many different cycles in our body, and it doesn't necessarily just last 24 hours. Some of them last a month. Look at the menstrual cycle, for example. It will be an up and down wave, and it's consistent. And that consistency is something that allows us to know where you're going. It allows us to know, what we need to do, but it also gives us a basis of what we have to do. Because if we don't know what we have to do, health is very, very difficult to reach. So let's use an example here. And the reason that we have to have consistency in sleep is because of those patterns. Now, if you start eating every single day at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m., you start getting hungry at those times, correct? If you don't eat at those times, you know it. On the other hand, if you eat at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m., you get used to those times. And that's because you've got that constant flow, that up and down, the ebb and flow, up and down constantly throughout the day. And if you can change those at any time, right? So if you go from eating at either 11 or 1, make it at noon, and you make your evening meal at 6, you change, right? You see the pattern change, and you get hungry at those times instead. And it doesn't take that long to change that pattern. But we have to be consistent. If we don't have the consistency there, we never develop the pattern. And this is where a lot of people go wrong in sleep. They don't have the consistency. They don't go to bed at the same time every night. They don't wake up at the same time every morning. And with that, they might have a path over here one day, and they might have a path here the next day. And they never get into that consistent swing where they develop the path. Another way to look at this, if you walk through the grass every single day in the same path, it doesn't take long before you can see a trail there, right? However, if you walk in a different path across that grass every single day, you never notice a trail. Even if once a week you're repeating that same thing, you won't ever see the trail because the grass doesn't get used to that. It doesn't make the change. Now, how many of you are not going to bed at the same time every night? How many of you are not waking up at the same time every morning? How many of you stay up late on the weekends or sleep in on the weekends? This throws off your cycle. And when your sleep cycle is thrown off, you don't sleep as well. It's not just the amount of sleep, it's the quality of sleep as well. So it's very, very important to have the consistency in it. And this is something we have to look at throughout our health. But in sleep, it's one of the biggest things that you're going to recognize. That pattern is so easy to get into, and it's so easy to see improvement with. So I hope this is helpful. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon.